Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, welcome back to DNC Exotics. Decided to do a little bit of a different intro. Got a lot of stuff going on in life. Got a lot of new projects. I wanted to do it a little different than normal. Instead of you guys seeing me in the snake room and all that. I got my chickens and my guinea fowl. We're doing their water right now. Bo's out running around. He's my dog. What are you gonna do, dude? You wanna say hi? Wanna say hi? You say hi? Oh my gosh, what a giant puppy. What a giant puppy. What you doing, Bobo? And just kind of wanted to do a little bit of a different deal, different setup, because I don't want to just focus on the reptiles primarily. So I'm going to be incorporating a lot of the different other stuff I've got going on. Just a different vibe, more of a vlog, and just kind of letting you guys see my daily life, or whatever you want to call it, you know, my crazy life. But yeah, do some enclosure setups, get the white lips set up, and I am revamping my room. I can't wait to show you guys that, so let's check it out. So last night I was trying to set this enclosure up, make a video on it, show you guys what I do, and nothing was going right. Camera battery died, a memory card was I had to redo everything, but I have a whole nother enclosure I'm trying to set up anyway, so we're just gonna go with this. But yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys. I'm pretty much gonna revamp this whole room. I've got it almost out into where I want it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how I set up an enclosure, because I know I get a lot of questions on that. And so how I used to use the VEs all the time on all my racks, hatchling racks, incubator, the bigger enclosures. But I switched over at one point because I was getting tired of having on my rack system, you know, first level would be fine, you know, and then the second level, you know, you're tying it all in to like a power, you know, strip. You know, one level would be, you know, hotter or colder. And the only way to fix it was stacking up all these VE thermostats. And with my ARS rack, I tried out the stat. I did a Herpstat 6 and I got another Herpstat 6. So I ended up running all 8 levels on my ARS rack and to it, and then the other 4 I use for hatchling racks and so on and so forth. The Big Snake's radiant heat panels on that now. I try and keep ambient room temperatures for this room around like 75 to 80. Right now it says it's 80 and 44% humidity. Yeah, so for the white lips, I wanted to get them a Herpstat as well. And they even have them where they've got Wi-Fi and everything you control from your phone, my friend was saying. I like that stuff. I'm a little anal OCD, whatever you want to call it. And I love my babies. But bought through Spider Robotics, and I think the shipping was like $10 for it or whatever. But anyways, this is what I'm gonna use, and I'll show you guys exactly how I set them all up. This is a 6x2x3 or something like that. I'm dyslexic, I think, so I don't know exactly how that works. But it's 3 foot tall, 2 feet deep, 6 foot wide. All right, had my friends, they build enclosures, Helix Customs, shout out to them, Nick and Marcia, great people, best prices, they'll even deliver it for you. And they've built all these enclosures in this room, and makes everything himself in his shop, and they'll custom make anything you want. Whatever size, whatever, you know, if you want to change colors out or whatever, they do it all. So shout out to them, you know, and they always are fast. You know, they seal and bond it because I like that with these snakes, especially the retics and berms. If you guys have ever kept those or keep those, you know how it is. They just pee, get all over your floor if you don't have something that's sealed. So I learned my lesson a while back with that. And so they use this bonding stuff. I don't know what the hell it is, but it is phenomenal. So it's all sealed and bonded, so it's all watertight, everything like that. So if a snake spills their water bowl or anything like that, you don't have to worry about leaking all over or leaking down onto your others. And so anyways, I love having that, and it helps seal the humidity in too. This is the VE radiant heat panel. I get all mine off of Reptile Basics, and they're very cheap. And I believe this is the 120 watt. And I want to get good heat for them. White lips only are like 84 degrees, so they're similar to a retic. That's the beauty about most pythons, is they're all kind of the same temperatures. But let's dive right in. So for screws, guys, I just use stuff like this. It's about an inch. I want to say these are probably 3/4 of an inch, but it's more than enough. So I always start with the middle first, the little middle hole on these panels, and that way, if you need to go left or right with it, you can still angle it around, and then you don't have to worry about falling out or ripping out the screw. So I like to kind of keep it in the middle here, and then I always keep it off the base, off this side here. At least it's about 6 inches or so. That way you're not just cramming it up against the wall. The heat can get out better. At least I think it can. At least boy math. And if you notice, keep your feet like this, you're able to hold it in place. It's fantastic. Yeah, I have the vent holes on here, and I always try and put where the power cord comes out of the radiant heat panel. I always try and put it like right in front of that vent. That way it makes it so much easier. So there we go. Heat panels in, but just enough to seal it in there. It should be okay. You can always drill through these edges here, the lips of the heat panels. You don't necessarily have to go through the holes if you want to add one more for support. And I think I'm gonna do that on this one, just to be safe, because it is a bigger panel, and I don't want anything falling down and hurting my animals or causing a fire, burning the whole house down. This, guys, 10 out of 10 recommend some black duct tape. I use it to run the thermostats with the probes, and then I use it to run the power cords and everything. Can't even tell, can't even see it. And you can drill through the vent caps. Tons of people do. I usually don't, you know, popping out the vent, putting it through, duct taping, calling it good. And I've never had any issues with anybody getting out, pushing through that, because I do duct tape both sides. So now we're just gonna come over here, tape up the hole. What's up, dude? Mr. Gotti over here, just checking it out. He's been dying to come out. Mr. Social Butterfly now. I'm running this one on the bottom. So you want to tape the wires so it comes up accordingly to how you do your thermostat setup. Wherever you're plugging in to the wall, all right? Wherever you're plugging it in, put your radiant heat panel on that side of the enclosure, because these 6-foot cords ain't that long. So like when I go to move everything down and all that, I have an outlet right over here that these big ones are covering up. When I do that, I'm gonna plug it in what's gonna be on this side of the enclosure. If I was to mount the radiant heat panel all the way over here, I'd have to run an extension cord, do all that crap to get the cord long enough for the thermostat, because even that's a short one. So just fun tricks, things you learn doing this stuff. So what you'll do is if you have an enclosure like this, just pop off the back vent. I just fish it through this way. That way you don't have to keep putting it all the way through on the other side. And I just set this up here. Always use these clips. So with the VE radiant heat panels, they come with these clips for the power cords. So you plug them in and you have to like finesse it in between. So you'll take it, you take this, and then you'll just kind of go over the first little ring. See if it'll focus. That first little latch right there. But with the retics, they're big, everything like that. Just in the middle of the night, they'd pop it out and then your alarms go off saying the temperature's low and all that because it's shut off, and it's just a pain in the butt. So I just put it in by habit. I'll say, doing it this way with a 3-foot tall enclosure is so much nicer than a 2-foot tall. Makes it fun, you know? It's less like work when you're having fun. And I'm sure you guys can probably see the snakes in the background just going ham. They're always curious at what I'm doing. And when I'm in here and I'm not getting them out and paying attention to them, they get all freaking mad. So with these probes from Herpstat, they're pretty sick. You just take them, they hang down automatically. I don't know, I'm torn. The VE thermostat probes, I kind of prefer because you could like bend it out or whatever. These are mainly made for like setting it at a certain point or on a rack. You can finesse it with like a wire, like a coat hanger, for example. You could tape it to that and then have it, you know, where it stays a certain way. I just let it hang down and get the ambient temperature of the hot spot. Maybe 5 inches, 6 inches down is where I put it, and it usually works out just fine. But instead of fishing this all the way out, I'm gonna come around here, put it back here, like so. So I don't have to run all this wire, and I leave it sitting out with the power cord right here. So now we're gonna come in and take our tape, all right? And then we are going to tape along, just tape it up. P.S. I always try to tape it to the top as best I can. Leave little to no power cord or probe hanging down, because the less the snake's able to, you know, move it and finesse it, the much better. I take my tape and I just seal off the hole. Super simple, super easy. You can't even see it from the outside. Nobody's gonna know your cheap trick. Nobody's ever seen it on mine, so I think you're gonna be okay. I just wanted to kind of give you guys some help on how I set my stuff up. This video was a pain, to be honest. I went through like 3 different batteries the other day trying to film this, and it was not working. Camera shut off, and middle of the video when I was trying to show you guys how to set up the first enclosure. And then when I was working on the second one, same thing, just all kinds of issues. Camera got hot or this or that, because I mean it's a long time to set up some of these enclosures. But yeah, so thanks for bearing with me. I'm gonna try and post more regularly. I'm shooting for once a week at least. I'm trying to make it more natural content too, more of a vlog style, not so, you know, set up and scripted, if you will. So I'm learning this camera, and this camera is kind of kicking my butt. So, you know, again, I appreciate you guys sticking through it, and hope this video helped you guys with setting up enclosures for stuff. And then hope you guys enjoy seeing the new room setup. Feel free to comment if you guys need help setting up, or you guys want to know, you know, what I use that you didn't see in the video. Happy to answer questions or anything like that. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, all that. Super appreciative of it all, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya, bye.